Good afternoon. I'm going to do another tutorial. This was the demonstration I did at the regional training in Reading at the weekend. To start off, we're just making a box, but we're going to use a bit of double-sided patterned paper. This is a little sneak peek from one of the new products from the new mini catalogue. I've started off with a 6" by 8 1/4" inch piece of card. It's called a 2-4-6-8 box, and the reason for that is that you score at 2, 4, 6 and 8 inches across your patterned paper or your card. So you've got a 2" score, a 4" score, a 6" score, an 8" score, and because we've cut it at 8 1/4 inches, you've got a little side panel here, and that's what's going to glue to the other side to make your box. And then you need to turn it and just score once at 2 inches as well, and this will form the actual base of your box. Okay, so I have one that I've already put double-sided tape on, so here we go. So what you need to do now is you need to cut off this little rectangle just here. And the one that I've already pre-scored, it's just this little rectangle here up to the score line. So we take that away, we don't need that, and then you cut into the scores up to the first line across that's scored at 2 inches. So we're cutting up these here, and we're putting glue on 3 of the bottom panels. Not 4, just 3, because you don't want glue on the base of your box, and you need to put some kind of glue along the edge strip. I use the Stampin' Up sticky strip because I find that gives a really strong bond, and for boxes that's great. So I'm going to peel off this sticky strip backing. Before I actually stick the box together, what I want to do is make a little peekaboo window. So on the side of the box that doesn't have the side flap, I'm going to go in with a 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to make sure it's nice and evenly spaced between the 2 sides of the front panel and about 2/3 of the way down. So just going to punch a hole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a coordinating piece of cardstock. This will fit beautifully with the patterned paper that I've chosen. Punch out another 1 1/4 inch circle, discard that, and then take your scallop circle punch and position it nice and evenly around the hole you've just punched, and punch out. And what you'll be left with is a nice scallop with a hole in the middle, and that's going to be stuck over the front like that. So I'm going to use the Tombow adhesive and just put a little dot. And position that nice and neatly around the cut circle. What I like about the Tombow is you do have a few moments to still manoeuvre it, and then when it sticks it gives a really nice strong hold. I now need to stick a bit of the window sheets over the back here so that I've got a window and that the contents of the box aren't going to spill out. Now this is tricky, I shouldn't have removed the backing of the sticky strip, so let's just hope it doesn't spill. So this is the window sheets, they're just clear acetate. They are so useful, I can't tell you how useful they are. So many different uses for them, and they look really stunning. So I'm just going to stick my window sheet so it's covering the hole, so that I've got the little window. And if you want to, you can stamp a sentiment so that when your box covers in, you can see it through the window. You'll only see it once the contents are empty of the box. So if I just stamp up an Easter wishes stamp using the chocolate chip ink. So now I'm going to assemble my box, and I'm going to start with the first square with the adhesive on, and I'm just going to fold the bases over the top of one another. Put a black box on there, like that, till you get to the last one. And I just need to tuck this side flap inside. And line it up with the edge of the creased, scored box. And I can put my finger inside and just make sure it's pressed down really nicely, like that. Now I'm going to squeeze the sides of my box to make a little milk carton shape, and if you find it's not wanting to do it, you need to just pop the sides nice and smooth. And then I want to punch 2 holes in the top of my box, which is going to be great for threading my ribbon through. You're now going to fill your box with whatever you want to fill it with. Put little Easter eggs in mine. Okay. And then what you're going to do is take some ribbon, and I've got the taffeta Pretty in Pink ribbon. I'm going to make a nice point on my ribbon so it's easy to thread through. And then you need to trim off enough that when you tie a bow, you've got enough left off to trim off the excess. So that's the basic box template. I'm now going to add a sweet little accent. I'm using some Whisper White cardstock. Move that there. Whisper White cardstock, and I have a 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch 2 circles. 1, 2, and I'm going to use the 1/2 inch circle punch. It's not labelled that one, but it is 1/2 inch, and just do 1 of those. Then I'm going to get these sponge daubers, and I've got one that's already got some kind of pink colour on it, and I've got the Blush Blossom ink pad, and with one of my large circles I'm going to pick up some ink with my sponge dauber, and I'm going to go around the outside, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of colour, and this is just going to make the design pop a little bit from the box and make it stand out, because obviously I'm putting white on a white background. Even though it has yellow dots, it might not stand out so great. And then with the circle that I haven't inked up, I'm going to get a post-it note, and I'm going to stick one of the corners to the post-it note, which is going to enable me to feed this in to my punch. So if you have lots of little scraps of paper that you haven't used, because they're too small to fit inside your punches, this is a great way of maximising the smaller pieces of card. Thank you, Jane, for the knowledge of telling me this. I have to attribute Jane, otherwise she'll kill me. You can probably guess what this is going to be, so I'm just going to use the Blush Blossom marker, just do a little pink stripe down the middle, like that. So I'm going to put a glue dot on to one side of my circle, and just tentatively pick up that like that. So it's a bit like a snowman. And then I'm going to put another glue dot on the smaller circle. Notice I'm being really cagey here about what we're actually going to make. It's so obvious. I don't know why I'm not telling you, but I'm saving it as a surprise. And then I'm going to pick up one of the white ears, and I've made a little bunny rabbits. The Pretties kit, I should say. And I'm just going to get a little half pearl, and then when I stick that on there, put a little bunny rabbit. And if I then get a dimensional, stick it on my box, I'm going to do it with a little bunny peering inside my box. I think that's really sweet for Easter. Lots of ways of using the boxes, not just for Easter. And I have got a little chick as well, but if you come back I'm going to show you how to do the chick separately on another occasion. Thanks for watching. Thanks, bye bye.